1964 here, another racecourse, I hope. I did say in my video I haven't put up yet because I'm a chance. When I went Saturday, I went to Perth for Friday. That I had some issues here with Haydock journey. I said I saw two trains be cancelled from North in the morning to Carlisle because I'm going to Wigan and then bus to Haydock. And I was going to Perth and North after two trains. I did say in that video, that's okay. I think even the next train, of course, 7:20 or something like that. So I was supposed to be on a 6:20 and a 7:20, something like that. I'll still make my train because actually out of Oxon down because there's 40-minute wait in Carlisle now at Oxon Lake District. I hadn't realised actually I misread and actually. One of it, I think, to get a part of it is actually trying to pen on, never ticket before, so I may have to buy a new ticket. But that, never mind, North and 6:20 has been cancelled with like a train crew. A train to Penn has been cancelled with like a train crew. God knows what's going to go on here. I'm really not happy with North and any of them. Both companies have cancelled trains. And I'm actually waiting a minute. I picked some food up. I woke up this morning, it's time for 6:20, and I looked and thought, God, that's cancelled. And I'm suddenly realising it's actually more difficult than I thought. And because I have a Northern train, a ticket out of Oxford to Preston, and I think possibly the next train, the missed 10:29, the next train I think is 3 hours later. It's obviously just ridiculous, but well, just not ridiculous. It's possible for me to get to Haydock Park. I think I might be able to save up to £13 for a train to get out from somewhere. I think possibly has to be Oxenholme, I think. Because I can't remember who it's with, because technically to get to Preston and then to Preston to Wigan, because technically my journey from Oxford was Norfolk rather than Trans-Pennine or Vanity West Coast, which the other two companies are doing trains. I was saying, I think that's Norfolk's 3 hours later. I'll have to check, mate. The South Station ticket off is only up at 7 on Saturday. It's not open yet, and I'll have a word to see what happens. I may have to buy a new ticket, I think, a £13 ticket. The whole thing's a bit of a farce. I don't know yet, but the ideal thing would be to say something nice, to say, oh, just go over Manchester instead to Wigan. But unfortunately, that's not, I think that's not likely to happen. That would be the ideal thing, just solve all the problems. But that's, there's no reason why a train company would allow you to do that, because the problem fact is Trans-Pennine trains who are actually one company I have no tickets with at this point actually. There's Northern, Avanti and back again. The whole thing's a bit of a farce. I need to get some food. I didn't have a chance this morning, but I just hope I get to Haydock without spending my life savings. The whole thing is frankly ridiculous. What I want to do on the Northern train is basically say is a solution, which is because of saying I missed a temporary Northern train I'm supposed to be getting from Oxenholme to Preston, and ask, in essence, say is a solution, is it, in essence saying, please can you endorse my ticket so I can get on either Trans-Penn or Avanti rather than wait 3 hours for Northern. The truth is, what I suspect they'll say is, well, the next train from us is 3 hours later, you have to go on that one. I'm afraid that's, I expect it, but that's all I expect they'll do. If they do, better than that, I'll be pleased, but I expect that is exactly what they won't do. Oxon Lake District train station, a nice place actually this side, and hopefully angle of the phone hopefully was okay there. It's been a very hectic day, and you did say that I was planning yesterday's video at second up in Perth. I did say I'd spend about an hour here, have a walk around. It's an interesting place, sort of rural type area. I could walk along 20 minutes there and back. I then realised, trying to get here, and I'll explain about 10 minutes late. We'll explain why in a second. It's rather appealed, and I'm thinking, I just can't bother with this. And all of that, I've got 50 minutes now, and it's going to be all bothered to walk 20 minutes up, 20 minutes back down again. Probably not. But amazingly, I'm on time. The transport disasters has just actually went, and I'll explain it now. Got to be sat second of Newcastle to Carlisle, got in, and I'm seeing this as a Avanti train. I'm just coming as they're coming in, which I could get on an Avanti ticket for Carlisle to Oxenholme, but it's already left, and I think I was late, then get on this. And I spoke to a train manager, and I'm missing a train I should be on, it should be okay, but I couldn't go to a ticket office to ask, because I had no time. I was literally going to leave in it. Oh, it's still left already, so this is my train's coming to Carlisle, and I think, oh God, okay. Can I get this train? It's on the other side of the platform, literally, but I don't know if it's going to leave. Get, of course, hit a button, a few seconds, I wait for a few seconds, thinking, oh, no, it's going to leave. The doors open, down the first class part, basically, because there's one that needs to get on the train, and go through the standard class. Rather, hopefully, luckily, unlike Azuma trains, there's the first class and standard class aren't cut off from each other, so I can get through to the standard class. I think Azuma trains has a problem with that, I think. Have a split off, and it means if you go on first class when they quickly get on a train, you can't get through. And I made that mistake once in King's Cross and they missed the train because of it. And that is, I just wish that wasn't like that, and I don't know why it is. It doesn't make sense. But I got but partly the Newcastle to Carlisle second train, so the Mr. 6:20 Castle was on something like 6:30, was more, so we say, an express train. It's never express train on that line. Very beautiful line, Newcastle to Carlisle, but very slow. But it was missing some stops off. I said a 40-minute wait in Carlisle anyway, so yesterday, and Mr. Viva train 10 minutes late. And after 5 minutes on the Advantage train, I suddenly realised, hang on, this is my train. The train should be on in the first place, the 8:49. I just forgot. But it comes so wide with the train delays. Oh God, is it 3 hours? Can I have to wait for Norfolk train? Oh, at least I can get my Trans-Pennine ticket. I hadn't realised that. I think because we come back, even though it'd been Carlisle was over an hour late, technically. Well, but my train was in Carlisle over an hour late. I should have been. The whole combination of they would have had anyway. The quicker train and the time train being 10 minutes late, but it was actually my train. So I'm now on time again. I was expecting to miss the first race at Haydock, because that's what would have happened. And may have had to buy a new ticket from Trans-Pennine to Carlisle to Oxford, because the actual next Avanti was expecting to miss this train I was on. It will get me, I would be too late to go, we're going to 1 o'clock and basically miss the first two, probably even first 3 races. And so I had to really pay £9 or something, get on the earlier Trans-Pennine train, and early one to be cancelled already, and just dive on there. My first race Haydock was only a maiden anyway, so I wasn't that bothered about missing it, but obviously I prefer to go to it. But if I'd waited for the Advantage train, I would have been absolutely hopeless. And then I suddenly now back on time again. So I've got this train here, I've got an hour waiting, well, it was an hour waiting, of course. That could turn 10 minutes late, which obviously is great for me, because I could catch it. But I've got here, I'm now in Oxford District Station, which is a nice place, I say. It's just, I'll show you here, I think you can see there, where I was planning probably to go was probably up there, phone, and it's just, it's uphill, I can't be too out of weight, it's shape anyway, no enough sleep as well, no, still mind's a bit fried. I know because I'm technically 10 minutes late as well, whole thing, I just thinking I'll just hang on here for a while and get back to the train, and it would be Oxenholme, it should be to Preston, it should be the Northern train, so back on that, so I can get that. I was one, I say if I missed that, which it looked like it was going to happen, was a 3 hour wait technically for the next Northern one, but apparently, I didn't maybe say this, I sent a message to Northern, who said, take the acceptance in place, but with Trans-Pennine, so I could have got Trans-Pennine out of Oxenholme, as I couldn't got to Oxenholme was the problem, that was the issue. Whether it was a Vantage train who I didn't have ticket acceptance with. Well, that's fine, I have a pint somewhere, I'll have to check my pubs. Battery's only a bit lower than I'd like, it's like 60%, and I was hoping to charge at some point. Surprisingly, I couldn't have done the Northern train to Carlisle. Well, annoyingly, it was only about 20 or 25 minutes down to Oxenholme, but surprisingly with Vivanti, some of our trains don't have charging points and this one doesn't. I hope it one to Preston does, something like a little more difficult. When I get back, I've got 2 hours after racing when I come up to Carlisle, 7 o'clock into 10. I probably have 2, maybe 3, I don't know. I've looked at some more, there's a situation, I'm also looking, there's pubs a bit more out of the way in Carlisle, or anywhere. And the only Queen's Head or King's Inn, King's Inn, Queen's Inn, I can't remember. It's a nice enough pub in Carlisle. Been a few times, but I've tried to myself, I think a big club with who have no serving non-members with real ale, and it's not too far out the way. So I'll probably try and get a drink or two there instead, and maybe a pint somewhere else as well. I've got time for a pint just about at Wigan for a racing, and I'll have just over time for a pint afterwards. The central, the one near the central, central store, something like that. Near the station, probably do afterwards, and there's another one I think I'm going to beforehand. But at least it's all back on schedule again after a very hectic start. But anyway, I normally go for some payment. I'm taking the Haydock, and I don't think Captain Hashtag is the best place in fact spending my money on this more expensive ticket. I forgot, I think I made this once before. Here, how far down the back entrance is the Premier entrance, and York might be the same as well. Yeah, grief, and I'm thinking, because they're running a bit tight for time for the first race, because the bus is a bit delayed, but I could set up with to a Haydock Parking, there's a few traffic jams along the way, and it's only just made it, but a few minutes before the first race. It's malfunctioned in the last two races. This is really poor, probably. As the Italians, when I see a big screen malfunction before a race, and very rarely maybe doing it, but not two, fourth and fifth race, thank God we're not a major race. Which everything's having every race we've win about the last 7 years, that's for now, about 360 race meetings now. And this is the worst I've seen on a big screen in any amount of time with malfunction strikes. So it's true of them. Fourth last, I was surprised to get fourth last as a new race was in a big screen. Also faking them one other didn't. Another, because I can't remember about which quarter that was. This is poor from Haydock, it really is. What happening is a black mark coming across intermittently during the race, and it's just not professional. And they can say race 4 maybe, race 5 still haven't sorted it out. I know in my last two races they've been charging people, and again we're going to start, it's amazing, well not major meeting, but it's not the cheapest meeting maybe of history. I'm starting thinking, what's going on here? It's better on the TV, frankly, if they can't sort out the last two races.